So we all know that affordability is becoming a real issue in the housing market. And as prices shoot up, places like Killeen are becoming more and more desirable to potential home buyers. So let's see what 250K can get you in Killeen. Now, if you've watched any of the other videos, I know in the comments there are Killeen locals that say, don't move here, never move here, I hate it here. But on the flip side, there are some people here who have a great life and really enjoy it. And what is attracting people to Killeen right now is its relative affordability. Now, if we look at the national average, which I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that way I can give you the real deal. If we look at the national average on home price, we will see that Killeen is well below that. So right now, national average is $348. Killeen's median list price right now is $280. So that is well below the national average. And if I were somebody looking for a home to buy in an area that is still up and coming and not super saturated with people or just crazy prices, Killeen is somewhere I would really be considering. So I picked the 250K price range because in Killeen, Texas, that is the most popular price range and one of the hardest ranges to actually find a house. So anything that is below 250 is snatched off the market within a few days. Anything above 250, it is a little less competitive, but still competitive. So below 250, you're probably going to see like 7 offers to 10. Above 250, you're probably going to see 5 offers. So that still means you need to come in, put your best foot forward, but you actually have a pretty good chance of nabbing something at that price point. And if we're looking at the national home average of 348, then grabbing something for 250 actually sounds like a really good idea, especially because Killeen is one of those markets that is insulated by the military. So there's always going to be military coming in and out because it's right next to Fort Hood, which is the largest Army installation, I think maybe on the planet. So there's always going to be people coming in and out. And I have heard about other people having issues with like finding a good job in Killeen. I will say that there's not much industry there, but it is close to areas that do have major industry. So if you're willing to commute, or you are a remote worker and you're looking for somewhere that you can have a really nice house, but still not break the bank, then Killeen is a solid option. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen one more time, and we're gonna talk about what 250K gets you in Killeen. And really quick, we're just gonna look at the numbers. As you can see, Killeen is still in a crazy seller's market, and that is because this price is so low. So I pulled up a couple of other places like Round Rock, which is super close to Austin. And as you can see, it was a seller's market before Killeen ever became one, but now you can see the momentum there is slowing. And of course, we know the interest rates, inflation, all that is super crazy. So that's the reason for that. But if you look at Killeen, we are still roaring. Like things are going crazy there still. And I don't think that's going to stop anytime in the near future because of that price. Now, I wanted to click on Harker Heights real quick because it's Killeen's next door neighbor, little sister. And as you can see, still a seller's market and still more of a seller's market than Harker Heights. Than Round Rock. But it is cooling off a bit. But if we look at that housing price is way closer to the national average. And same for Temple. Let's see, I've got to move my little bar here, but yeah, same for Temple, which is right up the road. Average price right around 329. So to me, Killeen is like kind of in the Goldilocks zone. It's a great place to move your family, and the prices have not gone absolutely through the roof. I want to go down before we go and look at some houses. I want to check out what 250K gets you on average. And as you can see, about 1,700 square feet. Minimal size lot, 3 beds, two bath, an average age of 17 years, but you can definitely find something that was built a little bit sooner than that. And if we look at days on market, this really means like how many days is this thing on the market before it goes pending? Or I guess a better way to look at it is like, what is the longest time that houses at this price point stay on the market? And that's 7 days. And as you can see, as we get into the 400s, that really jumps. But anything in that 300, 250 range, they're going super quick. All right. So I wanted to take you guys through the MLS and show you what 250K gets you in Killeen. And I'll even throw in a quick walkthrough in the end of a listing that I just had that I actually sold for 260. So it was not 250, but it was 260. And just to kind of give you an idea of what that looks like in 3D. So I'm going to click on my MLS here and go to one of the active listings that we have. And let's just check out some pictures real quick. So as you can see, let's go back to the stats real quick. 1,500 square feet, almost 16, three bed, two bath. And it's got stone and brick in the front. Nice little black garage there. And we've got some, looks like we got nice wood floors in there. Semi-open to the kitchen, little crown molding. This is a gorgeous little house. I like what they did with the chandelier, neutral paint job. That's a nice big kitchen. And it's got some upgrades. Love that fridge. So this is a solid option for somebody that's looking to spend 250K, I would say. And I would love to see, what are the days on market? It's not showing me days on market for that, but I would imagine that thing is not going to sit very long. We also have this one at 6605 Catherine, which really nice floors in this one. I love the kind of modern contemporary style that they did with their furniture. It really makes the house pop. Nice wallpaper, beautiful little mirror. Did a nice upgrade on the bathroom here. And I think this is a steal at 250. We'll just look at the stats. Nice separate shower and tub, double vanities. And it's a 4.2 at about 1,887 square feet. So it's pretty spacious as well. That's great for 250. Click on, grab another one real quick. And the crazy thing is right now there's only 5 listings in Killeen for the 250 price range. Now I went 250 and below, and as you can see, there's 85 of those, which if we go 20 minutes up the road to Temple, there's probably 0. And if we go a little bit further, it's definitely 0. So everybody is kind of coming from these areas where the prices have gone out of this kind of golden zone of affordability. And they're coming in Killeen and snatching up properties. And honestly, I can't blame you. So here's one on John Hage in the Lonesome Dove subdivision, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,500 square feet. And they did a little virtual staging here. But if you notice, like kind of similar quality, this one doesn't have the stone counters, kind of semi-updated here. It looks like that's a stained concrete floor. And it's got carpet in the living room. Not a ton to write home about on this one, but it is a decent place to grab. It's got the big garden tub there, combo shower, huge walk-in closet. Looks like they had a little pergola out there once, a little skeleton of a pergola. All right, let's go a little bit further. Check out this one. This one's in the Condor Valley subdivision, 4.2, 1,900 square feet. Really nice brick face, mature trees. Still got the upgraded floors there, little wood vinyl floors. Nice big living area, fireplace. Kitchen's got tile and stainless steel appliances. So this really is not a bad option at 250K. And what I would have loved to do was go to like something that's closer to Austin, like Round Rock or Georgetown, and look for something for 250K and kind of compare the two. but there's nothing. Like there's literally nothing that we can find at that price range. And that is what's making Killeen so appealing right now. I'll just click through one or two others. And as you can see, we get a little bit lower. Let's see kind of what that, it's 247, still below that 250 mark. Not bad, 3.2, 1,600 square feet. And we could definitely go into more details on each of the houses, but I just wanted to give you a quick overview of like what that's looking like for you. Gorgeous little brick home, 4-bedroom, 2-bath. And this is something you could move in, upgrade, make your own, and add value to. And so getting in at this 250 price point, I think is really, really key because there's tons of room for growth. It's one of the things that you'll always hear me say about Killeen is there is tons of room for growth. So at 250 now, and the crazy thing is these homes were 180, 150 a few years back. And now they're going for 250 and still well below the national average. So I think there's still a lot of room to grow. So as the government gets a little smarter and maybe brings in industry, and as places like Temple grow, Harker Heights, as those places grow, even Austin, getting a lot of clients from Austin area that are coming into Killeen now because they're okay with the commute or they're remote workers and they just want to save money on their living costs. So as that happens, these prices are going to go up higher and higher and higher. So I see people talk about a housing crash or a housing bubble. And that's why I say real estate is hyper local, because what happens in an area like Round Rock, where it was just a seller's market of, let's see where it was last month. It just had, just earlier this month, the seller market score was at about 87.85, and now it's at 76. Like if you see this market action, it's dropping off quickly. And it went all the way down to that 76 number. Average days on market is picking up. The amount of price decreases, 42%. Like that's picking up like crazy. Then we go to Killeen. It's dropping off a bit from being a crazy seller's market, but not by much, right? Like if we look at a month ago, that was at 96 and now it's just at 95. So all you see is like a little tick that went off of there. And if we look at the decreases, everywhere is seeing an increase in price decreases because we're getting to the point where you now cannot just throw a house on the market at any price and expect it to sell. But that's still 21%, which is half of what we just saw in the Round Rock area. And again, that medium list price, it's kind of flattening out. You know, it's not going too crazy. A month or so ago, that was at 290. So it's at 280 now. It's great. And that price per square foot right around 142. So we're still in a strong seller's market at that 250 price range, but it is possible. I just had a family and we scored them a beautiful house for right around 230, just under that 250 mark. So right around 230, it took for us to go out and put in about 4 or 5 offers, but they would not settle for something that they didn't want. They stayed diligent. They stayed in the market and they listened to my advice when I told them how to write the offer that could win. And we won. We got them the property that they were looking for. Now they're older. They're looking for a legacy to leave to their kids. And so that was the important thing for them in getting that house. And we did it for them. And so as things kind of get crazier and crazier and more spooky, and 2022 for me is like a year of uncertainty around housing. And as that happens, you're going to see areas like Killeen become more and more popular, more and more appealing to new home buyers, especially first-time home buyers who are looking for something affordable. And so I would say just keep that in mind when you are going out to buy a new home. And if you're coming into the Killeen area, just know that you're coming into a place where you're making a really good investment. My uncle was doing this back in 2008 crash, and he said, you know, it was slow, but it was not completely dead. And the house prices didn't drop the same way they did across the country because they're pretty much already really low. And so when you're seeing prices drop everywhere else because they're just super, super high, places like Killeen, they're correcting up. Like they are correcting to where they probably should have been beforehand. And now that the prices are just going up to like meet the actual quality of life and the cost of living there. So Killeen's a great option if you're looking for something in the 250 range. And I'm going to throw in a quick walkthrough of a listing that I just had. There was a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, and just kind of give you an idea like what that looks like in real life. I think it was around 1,700 square feet. So about what we saw is the average home for 250 in the Killeen area. What do you think? Are you looking in the area? And what do you think about what 250 gets you in Killeen? I would love to see it in the comments. Love to hear what you think. And thanks for spending a little bit of time with me here today. I will see you guys on the flip side.
Fair Sun.